All right. I played Schecter for a while. I think as my meat mittens here started growing, I needed a little bit something different. So I now play Ibanez. I swear by Ibanez, which is kind of weird. You'd think being in the same band, I'd want to play Schecter too, or he'd want to, vice versa. No, not at all. I can't, much less.
It's kind of weird that people who play Ibanez just hate people that play Schecter.
Well, I don't
versa.
hate you. I just don't like Schecter.
I'm just glad nobody said Paul Reed Smith.
I don't not like PRS.
It just seemed like I hopped on the bandwagon. And the last one, Art from Hanson, was playing that Fender and that Les Paul for 30 years. And I showed up to see him last time. He was playing Paul Reed Smith.
Yeah.
He's like, I couldn't deal with the temptation. They're right there every day.
Yeah.
But
I love Art, man.
So I got two Ibanez's. They're both RG series. I don't know the model number or any of that shit. I drink beer. Okay, I don't know.
I got an RG 420.
Yeah, I like it. And
That's funny.
So one's just hardwood. I have gone an extra distance on that one and just plaster casted that shit with like stickers.
Nice.
It's awesome. I like doing stuff like
kids
that.
on the block stickers and stuff.
Yeah,
Backstreet Boys, baby. That's where it's at.
There's actually, Macabre, like we were talking about earlier. Yeah. I got a huge Macabre sticker on it now, thank God.
Really?
And, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
And then my amp, what I use is Bugera 6262. It's modeled after the PD6505. Running that through a Behringer cab. It's the thing is at first it didn't really give the sound that I wanted. Well, I added what I did. Okay, so don't call me stupid if you want. I don't care. What I did is I lost the foot switch pedal for the main. Like I lost the Bugera foot switch pedal for it.
Yeah.
So I went and bought this metal muff pocket pedal, just a distortion pedal. So what I do with that is I run that through the clean channel. Put my amp on bright, and then I alternate between the distortion and the clean on the channel between the pedal.
Nice.
And it's actually beefed that sound up tenfold. I'm actually my amp, I would say now, competes with Carter's very well. And I didn't have to spend thousands of dollars. So, good. Glad about that. I as well use...
Love my amp.
I as well use the Line 6 wireless, the same that these guys run.
Other than any interference with all three of them?
No, every
channels.
show. What channel are you guys? Are you still on the same channel?
So I guess kind of what
And
we're
I'm
doing is we
just
go like
like
every
here, I
other
don't need a
number. So
channel.
he's like 1, 3, and
I think there's plenty of separation there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
so-
I love that wire. It's kind of a constant. Everybody's kind of using that G30 because it's affordable and it's constant.
Yeah. So I mean that's I'm strings, either clear tones or Diodario. I do like Diodario.
Yeah.
And the gauges I like to run, it's kind of stupid, but I run about 56 to 60 gauge. So pretty big.
You're playing cable.
Well, look at these
Look at
things,
these
man.
meatloaf hands.
This guy's got big fingers.
And
he doesn't bend as much as I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it gives the sound that I like. I'm doing more rhythm stuff, and so it's
Crunchy.
much more punchier.
Especially when you're playing the low tunings, and drop C by any means is not like super low tuning, but I mean it can get flubby. Like he played mine. People think I'm weird for playing 10 to 52s in drop C, which would be super slinky. But he goes, you're kidding me. He picked up a guitar once of mine. It was in drop C. He goes, you're kidding. Like he's like bending the notes. He's like, this is stupid. And I'm like, I pick up one of his. It's like playing piano wire to my hands.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's different.
Well,
But
it really helps with us though, because like I said, we're a more meatier band now with our newer songs. Definitely a more, I guess, heavy set to them.
yeah,
Since
more
we kind of got the
percussive.
sound.
Tone comes from your fingers, by the way.
yes, it does. Point. Everybody point. Okay.
I was late.
I was late.
Better late than never. Better late than never.
So that's all my gear.
Let's talk drums.
Oh boy, let's
First
get away
drum
from
set.
all
First
the-
drum set.
From all this electrical stuff.
From the pots and pans.
So from the pots and pans, I started off on a Pearl, I believe it's a Fusion kit. They don't make it anymore. It's
Was it white?
no, actually it's red,
Oh,
and it's actually the same kit I still play now to this day.
really?
Yes,
That
I
thing's
still
got
have the
more
same
miles on
kit.
it than
And
Well,
it's seen
most
a
cars.
lot in its day, and it still sounds amazing. I've taken well care of it.
you actually. Yeah.
You know, Pearl is something I would like to be, sponsored by, or I'd like to get endorsement through those guys. So hook me up. I'm all yours. They took my virginity.
Yeah.
Your heads.
Pearl took my virginity. Yeah. Evans.
Oh my God.
Evans heads. I play Evans.
Dude, that doesn't even sound like a drum kit. Just
Pearl.
Auntie
Somebody
Pearl
named
took my virginity.
Yeah, right. No.
Sure, it was Aunt Pearl.
Why do we have to throw an ant in there? I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I
The
don't know.
girl
This
that
is-
I know is called Pearl.
This is what happens when you get guitarists talking about the drummer's shit. So
This is
So
what
Sam
happens when
Pearl
you
drum
drink.
set. What kind of heads do you use?
I use Evans heads actually. I just started using the Black Chrome series.
Are you a heavy hitter? Do you go through a lot of heads? Or are you
Honestly,
pretty-
no. I've been pretty
Sticks.
good. I bust sticks like a motherfucker, but yeah.
What sticks do you use?
I use Vic Firth. Vic Firth is what I started with, and I've always used them. I'm a big fan of Vic Firth. I don't stray from them at all. It's what I go with. If I have to play with something else, hey, it's another drumstick. As long as I can play drums. But
God, you
Vic
should try
Firth
being an
is
interpreter.
definitely, it feels like an extension of my arm. And then my cymbals, I actually started off first with Zildjian, and no offense to Zildjian, I love them. They're wonderful cymbals, great sound. But I switched over to Sabian, and it was just, at the time, it was just way more affordable, and I got the same quality, if not better, out of them, and that's definitely something, I haven't strayed from either. I love Sabian, and I use the AAX series. And
It's funny that you say that your drumsticks are an extension of your arm because my guitar is an extension of my penis.
And that's how it should be. It's rock and roll.
Right.
That's an edit right there.
No,
You-
I didn't say anything derogatory. You guys have been dropping
No,
cuss words.
and it's funny, everybody sits there and goes, well, what is it? What do symbols matter? It's like, well, they really do, It can matter from whether you're playing blues, country, classic rock, heavy metal, death metal, black metal,
And it's the
whatever.
reason you got to play from point A to point B
Use
because you
different
can't
metals,
punch
yeah.
in drums with
So,
cymbals.
hell, I mean, even with hip hop or rap, I mean, they use drums. It all depends on
When some
what
music
you want.
started, it was very
Yeah.
tribal, very
Yeah.
rhythmic.
Oh, yeah.
So I use, like I said, I use the AAX series because they're not super dark, but they're not really bright either. They have a nice medium sound,
Nice.
and I can play super heavy shit with that, or I can just play lighter stuff, and I'm okay with
I
it.
will.
And then last but not least, I use Axis double bass pedals. No, so
Longboards, right?
Yep, Axis longboard. They only make longboards. It's a direct drive, so you don't have the chain, you don't have slack. It's when you hit the drum, instant rebound. It comes right back. You can do all sorts of different techniques, including heel toe, slide foot. You can do all that stuff with other pedals, but the extended longboard just makes the heel toe technique that much easier and more accessible, I guess you could say.
Well, let's talk. The one common thread that I'm kind of tying together with all the bands that are doing these, basically the record industry, the music industry, the future of what you guys want to make a living doing this. You don't
Yes.
want to have
Yeah,
day jobs.
that-
You want to go out and make a living doing this. So
I already
let's-
have it in my mind.
We don't play in a
Let's-
band to play in a band, man.
Let's discuss how you get that 12-year-old to put down the Xbox controller and go watch a live rock and roll band.
I still
That
How do you
is
get-
actually.
how are you going to get this next generation interested in just music?
Stop listening to Kanye West. Jesus Christ.
Loves us all.
No.
Yeah, stop listening to just by opinion. Music is music, all right. But the reason I'm just gonna give the reason why I listen to metal and why I listen to the music that I do, and this should give a decent enough idea for people. If it's the same exact idea as reading a story, especially if you have conceptual
And I think
songs.
and I think that's one of the reasons that music's going to stay constant is because, and along with the written word, is because you can interpret it your own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit of freedom in it.
We send a good message, so that's
Yeah.
a big part of why kids should come out.
Music can help you through anything. It can help you through
Yeah.
so much.
And it doesn't lie.
And
It doesn't
that's
lie.
one thing that you can get away from with technology is
Yeah.
that you listen to a song and it can emotionally touch you in a way that
Nothing
Uncle
else.
Diddle's
Nothing
good.
else.
Yeah,
Good.
this is not like that Pearl. Not like that
Music.
Pearl, but
Yeah.
music, it's always going to be there for you. It never yells back at you other than screaming music, but that's a whole different story. It doesn't abandon you. It doesn't walk away from you. It doesn't hate you.
It doesn't lie to you.
I guess it
maybe.
In all reality, I mean, I guess in a way, music can help express any feeling that you are feeling. Whether it's what you're like really pissed off at someone, really happy, or just having
really in love,
or just anything,
or heartbroken,
heartbroken.
Heartbroken's a big one.
But like
country fans.
Hey man, I was watching Brad Paisley today, man.
Dude, he's a boss.
Just play the country stuff backwards. You get everything back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that. Oh my god, that's awesome. I never thought of that before.
But incorporating the internet, incorporating this technology. Right now, bands, I mean, you guys do it, most bands do. They'll have a show, they'll film it, they'll put it on there, they'll make it accessible. Is there a way that you can use that tool maybe more to your advantage?
It gets your name
to maybe
out
live. I mean, you kind of got to live in their fingertips now. I mean,
a little bit.
And cell phones and the gaming devices and
what I always said is like, no matter what you're doing, you can go and play in front of 100 people and just play your music. But you have to give them a show. You have to give them a reason to watch you and go, did you see this band do that? No, I didn't. Oh, I'm going to go to the next show and see them do it.
See, this is the thing that I really hate about a lot of bands that I've actually seen is their stage performance. Like, the music sounds good, but their stage performance is just
crap.
Awful.
Unprepared.
And we're not saying you have to
not
go
even
watch it.
unprepared,
It's
just
like,
not there.
They stand there. They stand there and they play their instruments. I want to see a band that can play and
fun.
can
Well,
throw the
obviously,
hell
I
down.
come from that neck of the woods
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I like to be
incorporating
entertained.
the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta be. You gotta
I
be
buy
in
an
the
album, put
crowd's
it on, I
face.
sit at my home and listen to
Me
it.
as a drummer, I
When I
can't be
go
in
to
the
a show,
crowd's
I want
face.
that to be an
So
experience.
I just throw my sticks around and catch people's eye because like, whoa, did that drummer really just throw a stick in the air 5
That's
feet?
good. I applaud you for
And, like,
doing that
definitely-
and not ignoring that. A lot of bands
Yeah.
purposely ignore it. They're like, I'm not a showman, I'm not a clown.
Yeah.
But people, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as, like you said, giving them a bang for the buck.
Yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
see a guitarist twerk on stage,
Okay.
find that guy.
I'm the one that likes to do the silly vanilly stuff on stage.
And some people think like that's unprofessional. It's
Yeah.
not. You've got to be
You're
able to
having
relate.
fun.
Some people don't know music like you think they do. They need to be able to see somebody who's having fun, and then they can have fun too. You know what I mean? Like, you have to see, like me. I put this skull bandana on. I do it for about half the show. It's just something I do to bring a little bit more of an element to the show, and people really like
I
it.
actually like it, dude. I think it adds to it. I really like it.
It's not that we're.
actually.
What?
There's
Where is
actually
it? Let's frighten him.
there was actually for Alien Ant Farm we played that. I painted my eyes a little bit like Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I painted up my got some black makeup on there.
You get to be anything you want to be. That's the cool thing about in this creative process and kind of starting out. You get to kind of
But but going back to the technology side of it, I mean, having a Facebook page as a band, that's a huge thing, and then engaging like the crowd and kids in a certain way is posting on a daily basis and or weekly basis.
They want to be invested in a band like Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yes,
Really,
exactly.
they want to know what you're doing. They want to know every aspect
they
about
wanna
you.
know
They have-
what-
be
and
a
you have
part
that-
of them, you know?
And you have that accessibility
Well,
now
I think
with
any
fans.
music fan here is, you're a fan. You
Yeah.
want to be a part of that band, and you have to
Yeah.
make your fans feel
Exactly.
proud of yourself.
And like when Gene did the television show, it was really the first time that you ever got to see him as a human being.
Yeah.
Because all of their imaging was so pointed and directed all the time, and very professional, that you never got to see him behind the scenes. You never got to see anybody telling him he's a fucking asshole.
it's-
Yeah.
Or or his
Or he
kids
wears
going,
a
"Fuck
onesie."
you,
Yeah.
or in
Exactly.
his onesie, or just unprofessional behind the scenes. Ozzy was kind of the same way.
hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that you'd
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen
Huge.
was all prepackaged and upfront for television and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you got to
So,
open yourself up a lot more
You
these
do.
days.
It's definitely cool though. I mean, like I've met a lot of really nice professional musicians that we've actually opened